Hello guys, here with a new video for the channel. I hope you like it, and if you like it, don't forget to leave your powerful like Supreme God level, comment, and subscribe. Now without further ado, get comfortable. Let's be. Jamura had left the whole place, leaving everyone else surprised because Kakarot was able to cope with a being whose power had exceeded the power of a creator god. However, Kakarot, by not mastering all that power, had been out of combat by excess energy. Meanwhile, in a dimension very different from the others, the negative creator god named Nakumi was very thoughtful, knowing that his end was near. Hell, if the destroyers are not able to end the life of that annoying Saiyan and give me to drink his blood, I'll die. No matter that I am the most powerful creator god, the attack to that damn male was deadly. I have no more than 2 years to live. At that moment, in a faraway planet were both destroyers, who were devising the perfect plan to end the life of Kakarot, the king of the most powerful of all multiverses. Why don't we attack them now, once and for all? If we catch them off guard, I'm sure they won't be able to react. Your idea is very good, but if something goes wrong, this time we'll both be annihilated. The power of those guys must have increased a lot more. In that case, we'll have to use the demonic union. I hate to use that method, but if you don't do it, we'll die anyway, so we have no other choice. I hope you're ready. Of course I'm ready. At that moment, the body, essence, and power of both beings began to mix and unite, giving birth to a new being. However, while both were united, the power they gave off was so much that hundreds of thousands of planets of the other multiverses were being destroyed by the simple pressure that released their bodies. The power was so much that it even reacted to where the kings were located. So those wretches are ready to die. They won't be able to face us. Kakarot, you're the most powerful being in this place. So this time I want to be that one to face that guy. I need real battles to increase my power even more. Of course, Ryoma. No problem. This time I'll be only a spectator. After a great explosion that was able to be observed by all the multiverses at the speed of lightning, a new subject had appeared in front of all the warriors. I am the Angel of Death, and this time I will finish with each of you. No matter how many you join to face me, you will be defeated. In that instant, Ryoma, at an incredible speed, would send the subject to fly without losing a second, would begin to give him a beating, which the Angel of Death felt in agonizing pain as Ryoma was using destructive energy to each of his fists, causing great damage. At that moment, the Angel of Death was able to materialize a claw from his aura, which at the time was touching the aura of Ryoma, would be pulverized. Damn, I thought you'd be much more powerful of a being. But you don't have the necessary power to face me. You're just another worm. In that instant, the Angel of Death, who had never been humiliated in this way, would increase his power to the maximum. I must admit that you're an extremely amazing subject, but your power is no comparison with mine. Now I will finish you, damned one. The Angel of Death at lightning speed would begin to give him a shrapnel of blows to Ryoma, which seemed to be that he was not able to defend himself. But at the moment of the angel to connect his last blow, a gigantic explosion would be created all over that place. I didn't think that kid's trick would work with you. I just created a clone with my energy, and more blows you gave him, he was charging with energy until I exploded. Damn it. No matter what trick you use, you'll never be a worthy opponent. Again, both subjects began to exchange blows at an astonishing speed, leaving everyone amazed by the power that Ryoma had achieved in this short period of time. King Ryoma-sama has demonstrated that his ability to increase his power is incredible. I agree with you, Naomi. Even though I trained with him, my power has not grown in that incredible way. You should be called the most powerful king of everything in all the multiverses. However, Kakarot was watching everything that had happened with a big smile in his eyes. My son, what's wrong? Something wrong, or are you just enjoying this battle? No, Mother, don't worry. I find it very interesting the way Ryoma's fighting. He's ejecting destructive energy and then blowing him to pieces. From what I understand, millions of years ago, Ryoma was the most bloodthirsty and ruthless king of all time. Apparently he has not been a simple legend, since the show that we are about to present will be a marvel. Meanwhile, with Takumi, he was very worried knowing that the fusion of both gods of death lost. He would do the same, and he would not only intervene in that world, his brother left him sealed in that dimension, and the only way he was able to get out was overcoming the power of an original creator god. But for this, he needed the king of the most powerful everything to die to weaken the seal and the blood of the Super Saiyan Infinity to be able to overcome all the barriers of his power. Hell, it seems that today will be the end of me, because if I don't defeat them, I won't be able to leave this miserable place. Turning to the battle, Ryoma was putting in great trouble the fusion of the Angels of Death, which this time were not able to do anything against the king of the most powerful everything. After 23 more minutes of battle, Ryoma would take the battle much more seriously, beginning to cause much more damage to the fusion, which was not able to do anything. However, at that moment, an extremely gigantic power of the Angels of Death, which was not capable of doing anything, at that moment, an extremely gigantic power which would enter the Angel of Death's body, managing to connect a strong blow to Ryoma, which would make him spit a large amount of blood. However, at that moment, the Angel of Death was releasing an extremely incredible power, being able to even make everything around him rumble. Kakarot at that moment would put a very serious look. The key of that guy has changed completely. It seems that a new being in his body. This is his body that I was able to end the life of this wretch. That's right, the negative creator god had been able to dominate the body of the fusion, managing to use the last reserves of energy. Ouch! That hurt me. I didn't think you had such an amazing power. You're completely wrong. I'm the negative creator god, and at this moment, I plan to end your miserable existence to be able to free myself. Takumi in that instant would take the head of Ryoma, starting to destroy everything around him without any difficulty. Ryoma on this occasion was not able to do anything against Takumi, which surprised his power by dozens of times. Ryoma was receiving an incredible beating, being completely wounded and falling to the ground on the verge of death. Even though you're the most powerful king of everything, you won't be able to defeat me. I'm a creator god. My power exceeds your limit. At that moment, when Takumi was inches away from stabbing his hand into Ryoma's heart, Kakarot would hold his hand tightly. No matter who the hell you are, I'll not allow you to kill anyone else. You better be prepared, because now I'll be your opponent. Kakarot at that moment would surpass the Ultra Instinct maximum power, with which he would begin to exchange blows at an amazing speed. However, in the same way, Kakarot was a little overcome by the power of Takumi, which on this occasion was able to erase multiverses with just one of his blows. Your blows are capable of erasing multiverses, but not a Saiyan. Although I must admit you have a great power, but how about this? Kakarot at that moment would begin to increase a great part of his power. That's right, Kakarot was accessing the Super Saiyan Infinity, which released an amazing power, being so much that the power he felt would reach the planet of Jamura, who was observing the battle of both warriors. This is the same guy I fought with? The power he's releasing this time's amazing. Can't believe it. It compares to 92% of all my power. Kakarot with a great explosion would appear with his most powerful transformation. But this time the power he was releasing was extremely unreal. At that moment, at lightning speed, both began to exchange blows at an amazing speed. Being so fast, they were even fighting through the multiverses. Nobody at the present were able to observe anything. The only one who was able to keep up with them was Jamura, which was a being that surpassed even the power of the creator gods. When this battle's over, I want to fight with that Saiyan. I want to know who is more powerful, me or him. The battle between the two deities that surpassed the power of kings was incredible. And I can't believe it, to think that Kakarot's power had surpassed any limit whatsoever. Well. Apparently this is the limit of your power. You're not worthy of using all my power against you, you damn worm. Kakarot at that moment began to give him a beating, and a dragon attack would be able to leave him on the verge of death. This is impossible. A creator god being defeated by a mere mortal? What kind of joke is this? Kakarot at that moment would approach Takumi and stare at him.
You were never a challenge for me. I only used 45% of all my power.
At that moment, Kakarot would throw a great sphere of energy against Takumi, which would be reduced to simple atoms. And with this, the essence of all the negative creator god had been eliminated from all the multiverses.
My little Kakarot, he's done it! He was able to finish the life of that creator god.
Kakarot, you're the most powerful warrior that I could meet on my path.
Kakarot, you and I were enemies in the beginning, but now I consider you as my brother.
However, at that moment, even greater pressure than that was the creator god Takumi would appear in all over that place, leaving everyone surprised, even Kakarot.
This power is amazing! It even surpasses Takumi's power with ease.
At that moment, Jamura had appeared in front of everyone.
You saying I want to have a battle with you and use all your maximum powers. But if you're Jamura, of course we will. You're a worthy opponent of all my power.
At that moment, the power of both subjects was increasing in an amazing way, being so much that in this occasion, catastrophes all over the multiverse were occurring. That's right, this time everything seemed to be eliminated by just one of their blows. At the first impact of their blows, after a few minutes of battle in which both warriors had received the worst of each one of them, both would fall to the ground at that moment, out of combat.
My son has been able to equal a being which surpasses a creator god.
At that event, hundreds of years had passed in which all the kings of everything at that time were the protectors of all the multiverses and beings of great powers. In some situations, Kakarot had to intervene because beings of great powers were responsible for wanting to destroy some universes. Kakarot with his warriors used his most powerful transformation. Kakarot accessed the Super Saiyan Infinity, with which he was able to defeat any being of any universe. In all the multiverses, the Infinity power was the symbol of respect, and so Kakarot was the protector of even the different dimensions and multiverses. Well guys, this is all for today's chapter. I hope you liked it and it was to your liking. Now don't forget to leave your powerful like Supreme God level, comment and subscribe. Now without further ado, see you in a new video. Until next time.